Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do your face like this. It's pretty, well, I am a makeup artist, so I find it pretty straightforward. Obviously people have products that I don't have. I have products that people don't have, so you might not have exactly the same products to do this look, but because it is kind of a brown smoky look, you can pretty much do it with any browns. Obviously it's not going to look exactly the same. Obviously I've used pigments as well, so if you don't have those pigments you're not going to get the exact look. But yeah, if you want to find out how I completed this makeup look, then just keep on watching. I hope you enjoy. Right guys, so I'm just out of the shower. I have already washed and exfoliated my face. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my skin prep for before I do my makeup. I'm going to let it sit for about 15-20 minutes, which will give me enough time to dry my hair and stuff. So yes, first I'm going to apply, it's just Carmex. You can literally get it anywhere, online, anything. It is the best lip balm ever. I'm then going to use some rose water toner just to close my pores and tone my face. That also helps prevent any makeup clogging up the pores. Then I am just going to put on some eye roll-on. I find this helps tighten the under eyes, so whenever you're applying your concealer and stuff, I notice less creasing underneath the eyes if I put this stuff on. And you just want to massage it in with your fingers. Try not to drag out the skin too much, because that can tend to make wrinkles show just a wee bit earlier than they really should. Obviously they're not going to show straight away, but if you're constantly making a habit of dragging out your skin whenever you're applying products on your face, it will bring them out sooner than later. And just dab them in. Then I'm just going to apply my moisturiser, which is just Aveeno. You can get it in any chemist. It is literally a saviour for my skin. I have tried every moisturiser on this planet, and whenever I seen this advertised I was like, oh, just another famous person advertising a moisturiser, probably not going to work. Then I tried it and holy good god, my skin has never ever been better. You don't want to apply too much of this because it's quite a thick moisturiser and it can just sit on the skin, and if it doesn't soak in whenever you go to put your primer and your foundation on, it might like lift the foundation, like the foundation won't sit on it as well as it would for whenever it's soaked in. My skin is really not the best right now, and I don't know where all these breakouts are coming from, but hopefully they'll be gone by the end of the week. So that is how simple skincare prep can be for whenever you're doing your makeup. I don't like to put too much products on my face before doing my makeup, because sometimes I feel like if you put too much on, it tends to irritate the skin, and you do not want your skin irritated whenever you're gonna put a load of makeup on it. So I'm gonna go off, leave this for about 15-20 minutes, dry my hair, and then come back and we'll get stuck into the makeup look. Hi guys, so this is the third time I'm recording this because the first 2 times apparently my phone didn't want to record. So my eye is now burning because I've had to wipe it off so many times. So this eye's already done because I'm not taking this eye off whenever I can just show you how to do it on one eye. So we're going to start off with concealer. I've already primed my face, obviously, about an hour ago because my phone hasn't been recording. So I've already primed my face. I tend to prime my face and then do my eye makeup to give the primer enough time to sink into my skin. So the primer I've used is Note Skin Perfecting Primer. It's also pore minimizing and shine controlling. So this is just a wee tester. I got it sent into my package whenever I ordered the foundation, so I think I'm definitely going to be ordering that because it feels like silicone and my face is so soft. So now we're going to go into the eye makeup. So the concealer I'm going to be using is the Plouise Base Pro in shade Rumour 02. And we're going to be using her, bear in mind this brush is stinking because I've already done this eye makeup twice, so it's not going to be clean. This is the Devoted to My Base brush number 7071, so it's just a wee flat brush. And we're going to go in with the concealer and we're going to pat it on the lid of my eye. You might already see I have 2 seconds. I have eyeliner on my top lid, because the eyeliner I use is waterproof and it won't come off with the baby wipe. So I'm going to go in and pat this on the lid. Hopefully this covers the eyeliner. I used to use a fluffy brush whilst doing the concealer, but I found it did tend to soak a lot of concealer up, so the consistency wasn't that good. So I find the flat brush is a lot better for doing this, especially on the lid of the eye. And because we're going to be doing a winged eyeshadow look today, I'm just going to drag it down a wee bit. I haven't done a winged eyeshadow look in about a year. I usually do rounded ones just so it's with the shape of my eye. So yeah, we're going for something a wee bit different this time. So once that's on, I'm going to take the Jessup 228 Luxe Crease Brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend out the concealer so there's no harsh lines. I'm also just going to pat it on my lid just so it doesn't crease. Then I'm going to go in with my Nina brush. Now this brush doesn't have a number, it has a name, so the name of this brush is Nicola, and it's just a fluffy brush. And we're going to go in with the Secret Sinner palette by Plouise, and we're going to go in with the shade Fling. I'm not 100% sure if you can see that, but it's this wee shade here. And then we're going to go in with the fluffy brush and we're just going to start on the outer corner of the eye and kind of just go in circular motions. And we're going to blend it all over the lid. You want to keep going in with the eyeshadow until you're happy with the colour, the consistency, the depth, the pigment. Basically, those words all mean the same thing. So we're going to keep going in and just, you want to blend it up towards the eyebrow but not on top of your eyebrow. And because we're doing a winged, we're going to bring it down just a wee bit. And I am pretty happy with that. So next we're going to go in with the Jessup 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush. And I'm just going back in with the Plouise Secret Sinner palette and I'm using shade Love Struck. And we're going to pack that on the brush and then pack it on the outer corner of the eye again. And you want to blend it up as well, but not too high to the point where you can no longer see the transition colour, which is the first one we put on. You also want to take it just above the crease and towards the inner corner. You don't want to put this all over the lid because we're going to be doing lighter shades on the actual lid from the inner corner into the middle, so try to avoid that area with the dark colours. Obviously if you do end up getting dark colours on that part, you can just cover it with concealer or wipe it off with a baby wipe, but it saves time just being a wee bit more careful and avoiding that area. I like my eyes quite dark, so I am going in with quite a lot of product. And then we're going to go back in with the first brush I used, which is the Nina brush, and we're just going to blend that into the transition colour and down just a wee bit. I'm then going to go in with the first colour I used, which was Fling, and just blend at the top again, just so you can still kind of see a bit of that colour coming through. I'm then going to go in with the concealer brush again, and I'm just going to pat on a wee bit. Now I haven't actually added any more concealer onto this brush. This is concealer from the last time I used it. We don't have to be very particular about the cut crease here because it is going to be quite a natural look that we're doing, so don't be worrying about how precise your lines are. And try to bring it a wee bit further than halfway over the lid. I am going to use just a wee bit more concealer just for the middle because obviously the eyeshadow is darker on that part of my eye. And there we go. So then I'm going in with this palette here. This is the Coloured Raine Smoke Show. So I'm going to be using, on the inside of my eye, I'm going to be using this shade Naked Eye. And then on the inner corner I'm going to be using this one, which is Cloudy. And I'm just going to take my Kira Daily makeup brush, which is like a flat pack kind of brush. There's no number on it, so I can't tell you that, sorry. And I'm just going to go in with that. Now guys, just bear in mind, whenever you're using really pigmented eyeshadows, I've only dabbed into that twice, and I don't know if you can see, but the pigment is really, really strong. Like if I tap that, you can literally see it coming off. So I'm going to go into the middle of the eye with that colour and just pack it on. If you have a lot of pigment on your brush and you don't pat it off, then it's gonna be messy. You want to be able to control the shadows, control the brush, and if you have a crap load of pigment on it, then it's just kind of gonna go everywhere. So again, going in with the Cloudy for the inner eye, again tapping off the excess and then patting that on and bringing it into the middle. I'm really sorry if I'm going too fast for you guys. It's just I've already done this twice already, so I've kind of got the hang of every single step that I'm doing, so I might be going a wee bit too fast, so just I'll try and slow down for you. So next I'm going in with my fuchsia makeup brush. There's no number on this either, but it is kind of just like a pencil brush, and I'm going to go back in with the Love Struck colour, which was the dark colour we used in sorry, my battery's low, so I need to charge it. Yes, dark colour that we used in the Love Struck. Sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. Okay, right, completely confused myself here. Pencil brush, we're gonna go over the crease with the Love Struck shade, which was the dark shade in the Plouise palette. So we're just gonna go over the top like that. It just gives it a wee bit extra depth. I also find it helps the light colour stand out a wee bit more. Guys, my camera's going to be moving here just a wee tiny bit just because my assistant is plugging the charger in. I actually have my boyfriend watching the camera from behind the phone to make sure it doesn't shut off again, and I don't do this for no reason all over again. I don't think they could see that, but hey ho. He did attempt to wave at ease. So I'm going to go back in with the Jessop 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush, which we used for the Love Struck dark shade, and we're just going to go on the outer corner again just to blend in, and we're kind of just swiping it. And you can go back in with your brush that you use for the light colour just to blend it. And you're gonna make sure you blend it up the way as well, because even though you're doing layers and layers, you still have to blend to make sure there's no harsh lines. There we go. So next we're going to move on to the pigment. So the first pigment I'm going to use is Peaches and Cream, and it's in the shade Wish. Guys, these pigments are absolutely to die for. Because this isn't going to be an overly natural, or well, it's going to be an overly natural one, you want to make sure you don't pick up too much pigment, or else it's going to go absolutely out. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see how shiny that is, but oh. Yeah, you don't want to go in with too much because it is very pigmented and it might be a bit too strong, and because we're going for a natural one, you kind of want to go a wee bit natural. Guys, please make sure if you are using this, as soon as you have put it on your eye, put the lid back on, because they're not the cheapest. As much as I love them, they're not the cheapest, and if these fall on the floor, you're going to cry yourself to sleep at night. So I'm next going to go in with another pigment, which is the Plouise one, and it is Goldgasm. You would have laughed in my last video that I attempted to record because it took me 3 goes to say that word. And we're just going to do the same, not too much pigment, because this one is really pigmented as well. Oh, God, I nearly dropped it. And we're just going to pack that on the lid. I think this might be my new favourite go-to eye makeup. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go a wee bit more in because I feel like I have a lot more glitter on this side than I do on the other side. Again, put the lid straight back on because these aren't the cheapest either. Right, I'm then gonna go in with the eyeliner. So, I have 2 eyeliners. I only use one, but the first one is the Wet n Wild H2O Proof one. That's the one I have on at the minute because it wouldn't come off my face from the last time I tried to record. The only thing is I don't like the brush because it's really fat and it's not going to give you a very precise line, so I don't use that brush. The brush I do use is from Makeup Gallery, and the brush is nice and fine and gives you a perfect sleek line. Just a wee heads up, guys, I am not very good at eyeliner. I think you'll find a lot of makeup artists struggle with it. You probably think, oh, makeup artists should know everything, they should be able to do this, that and that. Eyeliner is probably the hardest thing ever to try and do. Also, I'm not going to be doing a big winged eyeliner because we're doing winged eyeshadow. I don't want it to look too dramatic, so I'm just going to be doing a simple line over my lash line so that it kind of blends in with the lashes whenever I put them on. So I'm going to kind of stretch out the eye, and I'm going to start in the middle and kind of just follow the lash line. Hopefully with a lot more practice of this I'll get a wee bit better. You see these girls and they literally just take the brush and they're like, and then they have this perfect lined eyeliner. I'm like, how do you do that? It's literally magic. It must be. Also, guys, I'm not too worried about this eyeliner being perfect because obviously the lashes are going to be over it. So it's kind of just to give a backup colour or background colour to the lashes. So I'm going to let that dry before I put the lashes on. I'm then going to go back in with concealer. Now I'm going to be doing under my eyes now, so the concealer I'm going to be using is different. I don't like to use P. Louise concealer for under my eye because I find because it's such a thick consistency it can crease a lot easier under the eye. So I'm going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define in shade C2, and I'm just going to use that for under the eye. I'm first going to go in really baby wipe and I'm just going to clean up any excess eyeshadow that has fallen. And I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to take my beauty blender. Make sure whenever you're using a beauty blender that you soak it in water, and then it makes it really spongy, a lot bigger, and just so easy to use. If you don't wet your beauty blender, then it's going to be really dense. It's going to be really hard to smooth or blend anything out, and it's also going to absorb a lot of the makeup that you're trying to blend. So you just want to make sure it's wet. Obviously not dripping with water, but you know, make sure you squeeze the water out of it first. I'm then going to go in with another Kira Daily brush. Again, no number on it, so I can't tell you which brush it is, but it's kind of just like a fluffy pencil brush. And I'm going to go back in with the first colour we used, which was Fling, out of the P. Louise palette. And I'm going to just put that underneath the lash line. Whenever you're doing this, guys, you want to make sure you start in the middle, because if you put too much pigment on your brush and you start on the inner corner or the outer corner, it's gonna pack on that one area and you're not going to be able to blend it properly. So if you start in the middle and then blend it out and in, it makes it 10 times easier. You also want to blend this up towards the top to make them connect, or else you're just going to look weird. Try and use less pressure on the brush when you're doing this, because obviously it's a very sensitive part of your face. Also use a lot less pressure whenever you're going on the inner corner, because you don't want loads of pigment in there, because you want to kind of keep that part, there's concealer on my face, bright, to help open up your eyes. I'm then going to go in with my Fuchsia No Number brush again, which is just this wee dark one that we use to deepen the crease. And I'm going to go in with Love Struck from the P. Louise palette again, and I'm going to go under the eye. I'm going to try not to, I want to go as close to the waterline as possible, because I don't want to cover the transition colour. You want to blend that up as well. Then you're going to go back in with your Kira Daily, doesn't have to be Kira Daily, it can be any pencil brush. Put your fluffy, in my case, fluffy Kira Daily pencil brush and blend it out. Then going to go back in with, I'm going to go with my Jessup 317 winged liner brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of black from the Bperfect Carnival XL Pro palette, and I'm going to use the shade Lights Out, just because we're going to be doing waterline eyeliner and we need this to blend out, or else it's going to look too sharp. Then you want to go back in with the brush and blend that together too. Again, not too close to the inner corner of your eye. So as you can see from the other eye that I did 3 attempts ago, it's going to be highlighted. So I'm then going to go in with my, I usually use MAC, but I bought this obviously not the other day because we haven't been allowed to leave the house in about 2 weeks. But I bought it just before all this started going on. I used to use this whenever I was younger, and I thought it was the bomb, so I had to buy it again to see if it still is, and it still is. So this is the Rimmel London Soft Khol eyeliner in black. And we're going to apply this to the waterline. Once you've applied that, you want to go back in with the angled liner brush. You want to go back in with the shade Lights Out from the Bperfect Carnival palette, and you want to pat this on the waterline. If you have irritated eyes, like easily irritated eyes, I wouldn't recommend doing this because it can irritate the eyes a wee bit. You also do tend to get a wee bit of eyeshadow in your eye, but obviously as I'm a makeup artist, I'm used to it. I don't really feel it, it doesn't irritate me, but this does really help whenever it comes to setting the eyeliner, because if you're a person that wears eyeliner and you don't do this, you probably notice that your eyeliner and your waterline wears off after a couple of hours. So this is a really good makeup tip to kind of keep it on. So you just want to pat it on. I also find it makes the eyeliner look a lot darker. See? And we're gonna just blend it down with the waterline. So, next we are going to put my lash on. So I'm going in these. I'll show you the package, obviously, because the lashes have already been took out because I have one on. But this is the Eldora. These are Eldora lashes. I will try and show you a close up of the actual lash. They're quite fluffy and I actually really like them. I've never used them. Oh, dropping. So this is the Eldora lash. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I suppose it's all about what it looks like whenever you have it on your eye. And I think it looks pretty good. So what you want to do is, I've already cut these down to size to my eye. Girls, if you're going to be wearing false eyelashes, please cut down the ends of your lashes. If you put an eyelash on that's way too long for your eye, it doesn't look good. It is really noticeable. It's like, I'm not being harsh, I just want you to know these things so then people don't point it out to you. Or like, also whenever you use an eyelash strip and it's way too long for your eye, I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that it's too long, but it doesn't stay on as well. It does end up coming off, no matter how much glue you use to stick it on. So cut down a wee bit of the inside and a wee bit of the outside before you glue it onto your eye. You can just pop it on to see. So like, that's perfect shape for my eye, obviously, because I've already cut it down. So yeah, just make sure you do that, or else it's not as flattering. It's a lot more flattering whenever your eyelashes actually fit your eye, because your real eyelashes don't come halfway out to where your eyebrow is. So I'm gonna apply the glue on. And I'm gonna give it a bend so then it's matching the shape of your eye. And then you want to leave it for about 15 to 30 seconds depending on what glue you're using, depending on you know, how much glue you put on. I put way too much glue on this other eye and had to wait for a good 40 seconds before it got tacky. You don't want to put the eyelash on straight away. You want the glue to go tacky, because if you put the eyelash on whenever it's still wet, it's not going to stick properly and you're going to have a mental breakdown trying to stick on your eyelashes, and then you're going to be like, no, I don't want to go out anymore. So you want to make sure the glue is tacky. So you kind of just like wave it about a wee bit. Obviously if you're doing your own eyelashes, you're putting it on yourself, you can't blow on it, but I suggest if you're a makeup artist and you're watching this and you do other people's makeup, please do not do that, because it's so unhygienic. So I usually use this wee tool to put eyelashes on other people, but sometimes whenever I try to use it on myself I find it so awkward, so I'm just going to put this on with my fingers. So I'm going to look down and I'm just going to hold it in the middle and I'm going to place it right in the middle of my eye, just like that. And then I'm going to take the edges and I'm going to stick them into place. If you can hear people talking, by the way, they're in the front garden. And we're just patting that down. So that should be dead on. So after we've done that, I'm going to go in with the mascara. So this is just a voom. It has the number 17 on it. I don't know if that means anything. I literally got these ages ago, but I love this mascara. It's more the brush that I love about it. It's so thick and fluffy and voluminous, and it's just amazing. There isn't much left, so you're probably not going to see the effects of it at the minute, but I really need to get a new one, and I really can't remember where I got it either. So we're going to go in and just, you kind of want to wiggle the brush on your lashes and try not to get mascara on your nose, but it's easily cleaned. See, this is why I like to do my eye makeup before I do my face makeup, because if I have my face makeup already done, I'd be taking a full breakdown right now, especially whenever you're rushing to try and go out, because let's face it, anyone who knows me knows that I am not the person that shows up on time. So I'm then just going to kind of blend my lashes in with these ones. Like that. So I'm gonna take a baby whip, take that monstrosity off my nose and clean up underneath the eyes. Then I'm going to go in with the Plouise concealer brush that I used to put the concealer on my face, or on my eyes, and I'm just going to pat a wee bit whatever's left on the brush on the inside. I'm then going to take this Jess Up 230 Luxe pencil brush, and I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to use, now there's no names on these shades, so I'm sorry I can't tell you the name, but it's just the second one in on the top row. Kind of looks like a highlighter. So I'm gonna add a bit of that into the inner corner, just so it highlights the eye. This is why you don't want to take the dark eyeshadow under your eye too far in, because you kind of want to highlight the inner corner of your eye. I know I kind of look like a hot mess panda right now, but obviously once the foundation and all comes into place, it will look a lot better. You need to trust the process. I have clients, and whenever I'm doing their makeup, I always start with the eyes first, obviously, and whenever they want a dark smoky look, they're like, oh my god, it's so dark, and then I'm like, trust me, it'll get better. And then once you have the foundation and all, it all just comes together. So I'm going to go back in with the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in shade 2. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna, the reason I want to put a wee bit of concealer under my eyes first is because whenever you're doing a winged liner, obviously because you're doing your eyeshadow first, you have to then be very careful around your eyes with the foundation. So what I'm going to do is conceal around the eyeshadow first, so then it's not as hard to be careful in and around the eyeshadow. I just got concealer on my lashes. It's okay. Try not to cover the bottom eyeshadow with the concealer, or else it's just a waste of time and you'll have to do it all over again. And like I said, I don't like, the reason I do my eye, oh look at that, I just did it. The reason I like doing my eyes first is because if you do your foundation first and then you do your eye makeup, the eyeshadow is all just gonna fall down onto your foundation and it's just gonna be really messy. So that is the eyes. Now for the eyebrows. Guys, just in case you are wondering, I don't actually have anything on my eyebrows right now. I actually have my eyebrows tattooed because I'm ginger, I have no eyebrows, and I always have to tint them. So I just decided, hey ho, I'm gonna go get them tattooed instead. But I do have a friend who really struggles to do her eyebrows, so I'm gonna do like just a quick overview of how I do them. Obviously having tattooed eyebrows is really handy for whenever you're not wearing makeup and you're just going to work or you're going into the town or whatever, but I'm gonna give me 2 wee seconds. I'm gonna, obviously because this is quite a dark look, I'm gonna shade them in a wee bit. So the stuff I'm using is Anastasia Beverly Hills Pomade in the shade medium brown. So also guys, if you're wondering who did my eyebrows, it was a girl called Janine. I don't know her last name, but I'm pretty sure her name on Facebook is Janine Browcraft and Bar. I'm not 100% sure, but once I'm finished this video I will find out her definite name and post it below. So for the eyebrows, you don't want to start at the front, way too strong to start off at the front. You want to start off in the middle and kind of, oh my god, I haven't filled in my eyebrows in so long. You're gonna just follow the shape. Obviously mine is a lot easier because mine are tattooed, so I do have a shape there to follow, but whatever your desired shape is, like if you just have like a tiny strip of hairs and like barely any eyebrows, try to draw out your desired shape and then just fill it in. It's really, I say it's not that hard because obviously I'm a makeup artist, but it's literally just painting on your face. I had to do it before I had my eyebrows tattooed. I literally only got these done when did I get them done? A couple of weeks ago, I think. So you're just gonna fill them in, then you're gonna use whatever's left on your brush and you're gonna fade out the front. Like so. And now for the other eye. Again, start in the middle. You also, guys, want to make sure you're using a really precise brush for this. This one doesn't have a name, but I'm pretty sure it's the brush that came with the eyebrow stuff. And again, just blend whatever's left from your brush into the front. Obviously some people like bolder eyebrows, so you can go a wee bit bolder at the front. But I think the faded look is so much nicer. It's more flattering, it looks more natural. I think it just does everyone justice. So there are the eyebrows. Wow. Thought I wasn't going to be able to do that there. Now I'm just going to take the Revolution concealer again, and I'm just going to put a wee bit on in my hand, and I'm going to go in with the Plouise concealer brush, and I'm just kind of carving out the brows, just because whenever you do the foundation you don't want to get foundation on your eyebrows whenever you've just worked so hard to paint them on your face. And then I'm going to go in with the fluffy brush I used to blend out the concealer on my eyes at the start, and I'm just going to blend out that concealer up there too. I probably will have to go back over my eyebrows once I've done my powder and stuff, just because the fallout off the brush probably will go into my eyebrows. So next I'm gonna do my foundation. So I'm gonna be using a combination of foundations because sometimes I just get too overexcited and I can't decide which one to wear. So this is the Revolution makeup stick in shade F5. These are actually quite cheap and the coverage in them is amazing. So I'm going to be using that. But then the two liquid ones I'm going to be using is Note Detox and Protect Foundation in the shade 03 Medium Beige. I'm not sure if you can see the name, but I've said it there, so I'll link everything below anyway. So the second one I'm going to go in with is the Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation in the shade, what shade is this? 40 fawn. Okay, so I haven't actually used it before, but I had to buy it because everyone was making such a big fuss about it. So this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my palette and I'm just going to mix the two liquid foundations together on it. Again, haven't used these two mixed together before, so I have no idea what it's going to look like. It'll be alright. So I'm just using my wee spatula. I'm just mixing them together until the two shades have blended. Then I'm going to go in with the Revolution concealer makeup stick, and I'm basically gonna colour in my face. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush. So this is just Real Techniques. This is meant to be the contour brush, but I like it for the foundation brush because it's quite small, easy to control, it's fluffy, so I'm not plastering this stuff on my face. And then I will be going in with the Beauty Blender, obviously, to pat it down and take away all the excess foundation that's left on my face. So, by the way guys, I usually have tan on, so this is why my foundation colours are so dark, but I'm going to blend it down the neck anyway. So you're just going to pat it on. And you're I'm not doing this in any particular way at the minute, I'm just kind of trying to get the bulk of the product on my face first, and then I'm going to concentrate on actually blending in. I really hope this doesn't look yellow on the camera, but do I look yellow? Hey, if it's that bad I can pretend to be The Simpsons. So after I've done that, I'm actually going to blend through my neck. I'm not sure which foundation is giving me that yellow tone, but I'm definitely going to have to test that out because I don't want to be yellow. I think it might be the Note, but I know I've had my makeup done before and they've used this colour, but I know they mixed it in with I think it was a Estee Lauder foundation they used last time. No, it wasn't, it was Alamasca. They used Alamasca. So it might just be the other foundation I'm mixing it with that it's making it go this colour. You want to blend into your hairline but not into your hair. So now I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and I'm going to kind of just dab. Dabba dabba dabba. I find using a beauty blender around the eyes is very handy as well because you can control how far you can go, whereas the bristles on the brush just kind of take a toll and go everywhere. I'm hoping once the bronzer and the blusher and the powder and all that there is applied, the yellow tone will go out of this foundation, but it's more the technique you want to be concentrating on more than the foundation, because obviously everyone has their own preferences. Like not everyone's going to go out and buy exactly the same two foundations that I'm using, or else everyone's going to look the same. You also want to make sure you blend up into your ears because you don't want to have like white or red ears compared to your face. And that is the foundation. So next I'm going to go back in with the concealer, because obviously you can't see it now because I've just put foundation all over it, and I'm just kind of making a triangle and I'm going to blend it in with a beauty blender. This is just to brighten up under the eyes. And again, I've hit my under eye eyeshadow, but we can go back in and fix it. I'm just going to try a wee bit like a different concealer because I feel like that one isn't really showing up on my face. So this is from Primark. It's just a contour stick. So I'm just going to add a wee tiny bit of that because I don't want to look really cakey. So then I'm going to go in with I actually got this from New Look whenever I worked in it. They don't actually do makeup anymore, but I'm pretty sure that Primark will do a dark contour stick in this. This is shade Nude Beige, by the way. I actually think that was one of the lightest ones. It does usually come up whenever I use my other foundation, but obviously as I'm using these two new ones, yeah. So this is just from New Look, and this is just a contour stick, and it is in the shade Natural Tan, but there's no point me telling you that because they don't actually produce the makeup anymore. But I'm sure you'll be able to find something similar. I always like to apply a bit of dark contour on my jawline because I find it helps it look more structured. I'm going to use the opposite side of the Beauty Blender. Obviously that one's full foundation, so I'm going to use the opposite side and just blend that in. Alright guys, so my camera cut off, but I haven't done anything since it cut off, so I'll just get straight back into it. I've just applied the cream contour, so I'm just blending it out with a Beauty Blender. I don't always apply cream contour, by the way, but I thought since as I'm doing this, I may as well do the full thing, so oh well. So after that, you want to go in with your powder. So I use, really cheap, you can get it online, I use Airspun loose face powder in the shade Translucent 070-24. I don't know if the number matters, but I don't know. So that's what it looks like. And that is the name of it. So guys, this powder is really pigmented, by the way, so you do not need a lot of it. And even when I use a little, I tend to tap some off the brush, just because if you put too much on it could be quite cakey. So I'm just using Graduate Dealer Raine brush. The name I think is Oval Wash. That's it there. And this, I just use this one for under my eyes because I think it's a good shape. So you just want to pat under your eyes. I always do it under my eyes first so that they don't crease or crack or anything like that there. I also use this wee small brush for my nose and under my nose just because it's a good wee size. By the way guys, this powder smells absolutely delightful. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use Jessup 101 Luxe Face. I can't see the name of it, but the number's 101 and it's a big powder brush. So I'm going to use that for the rest of my face. I don't really have any technique on how I do this because it is really pigmented, so it kind of just brushes right on. And you want to go down the neck with that too, obviously because I'm not wearing tan at the minute, so I've had to put the foundation down my neck. So after you apply that, I'm going to go in with my favourite bronzer ever. I really need to buy, what is it called? I really want to get the MAC one because I've seen it's really good. And then butter bronzer. It is absolutely amazing. I've had it used on my face. It smells lovely. The texture's lovely. The colour's lovely. Everything's perfect about it. But every time I go to buy it, they don't have the shade I want. So the one I'm going to be using, and I have used for like ever, is Hoola Benefit. in the shade, what shade is this? I think it's just dark. I think there's literally light and dark. I think that's it. So for the bronzer, I'm gonna use Jessup 105 Luxe Highlight Brush. It does say it's a highlighter brush, but I think that's way too big for a highlighter brush, so I use it for my bronzer. And I've got powder all over my top. So I'm just gonna swirl it in the bronzer, and I'm gonna kind of use circular motions down the cheekbone. Do not go below the cheekbone because that's way too low, and try not to go, you want to go on the cheekbone, but try do circular motions up the way so it's going above your cheekbone, because then it gives the illusion that you have higher cheekbones. So you want to just circular motions up the cheekbone, and just repeat that on the other side. Because I'm going for quite a dramatic look, I am going to add another bronzer on top of this that just has a wee bit of a shimmer. But I literally use the smallest bit of that ever, because if you use too much it can come out too dark. And then just going up the sides of the temples. Again, with circular motions, I don't tend to go quite neatly with this because it is bronzer and you're kind of just drawing circles all over your face. But just try to keep them in circular motions because that's the best way to kind of blend it out. I'm just going to back and blend that out a wee bit. So the other bronzer I'm going to go in with is just a Max Factor one. And it's in the Shame. It's in the shade 10 Bronze. So it's a bit of a mess, but this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to go in with the same brush and kind of just go over what I did. Again, not using a lot of product because this is quite a deep colour. So next I'm going to be doing my blush. So I'm using the Bperfect Cosmetics LMD Louise McDonald Master Palette. And I'm going to be using the shade Peachy, which is this bottom one. I actually think this palette's really cute. On the inside it says beautiful. The definition is a person who is reading this. So I'm just going to go back in with the same brush I used for the blusher. Just because I like the shape for the apples of your cheeks. And then you just want to make circular motions. Don't go too high up. Because that's not where blusher is meant to go. So that was easy. Then we're going to go in with the highlighter. So I want to try out this new Ofra one that I got sent called Rodeo Drive Highlighter. That's just the name of it in case you forget what I said. And for highlighter I am going to use, oh dear, I'm going to use another fluffy brush. So this one is the Jessup 227 Luxe Soft Definer. So I'm just going to make circular motions in the highlighter. I don't know what this is like, so I might have to, what are you doing? I don't know if I'm going to like this highlighter because I've never used it before, so we'll see, and then sure if it's not strong enough. I like my highlight blinding, so, oh no, yeah, oh god, look at that. Whoo! Oh my gosh. Please tell me you can see that. Wow. Now that is blinding. I cannot believe I doubted this. So you just want to put that on in circular motions just along the top of your cheekbone. Don't go too far down your face. Oh, this is so beautiful. Ofra, I salute you. And I'm just going to put a wee bit above each brow bone just to give it a wee bit of highlight, and then I'm going to put a wee bit on the bridge of my nose, and then a wee bit on the tip. Gonna put even, I may as well just paint my face in this, tiny bit on the cupid's bow. It tends to accentuate your lips, and then a wee tiny bit on the chin. There we go. And then I'm gonna do my lips. So for my lip liner, I'm going to be using Cappuccino. That's the name. It's all like rubbed off, but this is from Collection, and the name of it is Cappuccino. So that's just what it looks like, and I'm just gonna use a baby wipe to take off my foundation lips. And I'm gonna go in with the lip liner and just line the lips. I don't tend to overline my lips too much because I don't feel like I need to. But if you're going to, don't overline them too much, because it is noticeable. As much as you think it's not, it is. But if you're going to, try to sit on the actual line of your lip. Don't go above. Sit on the line of your lip and kind of just go over that, because it does take it up like maybe even just a millimeter, but it does make a difference. You then want to go in with your concealer brush, and you just want to clean up around the edges. I'm just going to do a wee bit more on the cupid's bow. Then I'm going to go in with the best lip gloss you will ever have in your life. This is from Jordana Takia. I'm not sure how you say your name. I'm really sorry. But this is in the shade Hun. So this is what it looks like. And you just want to... I do use this on clients, so I am going to put a bit on my hand and use a brush to apply this. Just because I don't want them seeing this and then coming to me in the salon being like, oh my god, I see you use that on your own face. So you're just going to take it on a wee pencil brush, well, a lip brush. This one is the Real Techniques lip brush. And you're just going to apply it on. This smells like you could eat it, by the way. I try not to go over the lip liner with it, because I do like the effect of the dark lip liner and then the lighter lip. It does also make you look like you have more plump and bigger lips. So that is lips. Now lastly, I'm going in with setting spray. Again, this one's from New Look. I literally have not invested in a new setting spray in probably about a year, which I probably should do. So you're not going to be able to get this one again, but to be quite honest, I'm not going to lie, it's not the best setting spray. I just use it because I have it. I do really want to invest in the Urban Decay and the LMD one, because I have heard really good results. But for now, I'm just going to be using this setting spray. That's what it looks like. Again, no point showing you because you're not going to be able to buy it. but I'm just gonna spray this all over my face. So guys, that is how I have done this natural bronze smoky look, which turned out a wee bit more glam than I expected, but at least I know I have my makeup sorted for whenever isolation's over and I can go back out again. So I'm not sure about the quality that you can see or how you think it looks on camera. Obviously I can see it in person, so it looks probably 10 times better. I'm not sure if the camera does any justice because it's literally just my iPhone. But yes, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, and there's a wee bell beside my subscribe button, so if you want to keep updated on my videos, just ring the wee bell and you'll get a wee notification whenever I upload. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to see different videos, if you have any ideas of videos you want me to do, concentrating on one part of the face or hair or skincare or anything like that, there, leave them in the comments below. I will try my best to make a video up to the highest quality for you. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.